Everyone, before we get started with today's update, I'm going to show you some information that came out last night. It caused the US dollar to crater, and it's allowed for a little bit of a move up in the commodity markets. Gold and silver is having a great start to the day. Commodities are up slightly. Crypto's up a little bit, but the US dollar is falling below 104, and that came after the Bank of Japan widened their yield target. The Nikkei was down more than 800 points last night. And the Dow is up about 106 points right now. But I'm going to show you the video and what they're saying in Japan. And then we're going to get into the intro. But I just wanted you to see some of the headlines right now. And you can see how it's reverberated across all markets. And it's definitely sent the dollar cratering. As it was a surprise move. As Japan, it was the last major holdout who was not going with the inflation rhetoric and was not raising rates, and they finally raised rates by 25 basis points yesterday, and they widened their yield target. So that's what's going on, and I want you to hear this so you can understand why the markets reacted the way they did, as we had a catalyst that led to this little move. But after this initial move up takes place in all markets, and then the initial move down is finished, what comes next is the big thing. So let's watch what happened in Japan, and then we'll get into the markets.
In a surprise move, Japan's central bank has adjusted its monetary policy, allowing long-term interest rates to fluctuate in a wider band than before. The Bank of Japan believes that the new range will improve market functioning. Policymakers wrapped up their two-day meeting on Tuesday. The yield for the 10-year Japanese government bond will now be allowed to move in a range of around plus and minus 0.5%. The earlier range was plus and minus 0.25%. Their decision came amid pressure for the BOJ to join other central banks to raise interest rates. The BOJ says it will maintain its easy money environment. It says it will achieve that by boosting its monthly purchases of long-term government bonds from 7.3 trillion yen, or about $54 billion, to 9 trillion yen, or about $67 billion for the January to March period. The lifting of the ceiling for the long-term rate to about 0.5% is seen as an attempt by the BOJ to respond more flexibly to market movements. The central bank says the previous range was too narrow, posing problems to market functions. Board members are keeping the short-term interest rate unchanged in negative territory. Let's see how the markets have reacted to the BOJ's decision. The policy tweak caused the yen to jump to its highest level against the dollar in 4 months. The Japanese currency strengthened sharply on the Tokyo Foreign Exchange Market Tuesday, with the dollar trading around 133 yen. The greenback briefly dropped to its weakest level since August. Market sources say the fact that the BOJ has adjusted its policies suggests the interest rate gap between the United States and Japan may start to narrow. In the stock market, the Nikkei average ended Tuesday at 26,568, down 2.46% from Monday's close. The index was in positive territory in the morning session, but reversed course after the BOJ decision. The benchmark sank over 800 points, or more than 3% at one stage. Meanwhile, the yield on benchmark 10-year Japanese government bonds briefly rose to 0.46%. That's the highest level since July 2015.
Good morning, 11:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, December 20th, 2022. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Hope I was able to shed some light onto what's going on in the markets this morning. The Dow was initially up, but as you can see, it's quickly, and I mean quickly, trying to pull back here. If we go into the 30-minute time frame, we had a little spike, and we're trying to pull up. It's just we're not really showing any promise here, but we are trying to put in some kind of W here So we're going to see if Dow can get over 32,850 and ultimately over this 33,000 again and see if it can start pushing up. But small moves of hope, but I believe it's more of a facade here. And I think eventually this is going to show itself. I think this is going to show itself. The U.S. dollar currency index obviously got slaughtered yesterday because of this. And we're going to see if we can, in fact, continue breaking down or if we can stay over 104. And this is just more of like a consolidatory phase. And then we can push up again to 105.21. That's what the main thing is today. As I said, gold and silver is having a good morning, up 1.53% on gold. As U.S. dollar creators, commodities look good. So across the board, silver's up almost 5% to 24 bucks. That's a huge rise. So we'll see what this has to entail. We're up $18 billion on the total crypto market cap, or 2.47% as the U.S. dollar craters, and it gives us room to pump. We'll see how much room we have here. Our next main level, if we do decide to reverse back up, would be about 800 billion. So that's about 23 billion to the top side, or 29 billion to the top side. If we do decide to pump up all the way to the top, granted, it's not that big of a pump, but still, it's a move in the positive direction. So anybody who's looking for a positive move today is probably in a good mood. Bitcoin's up 2.49% to 16,850. And we never were able to fall out of this channel we've created, or that I created for everybody to see the levels. This ends up being the support. Now the resistance level, if we don't break down, you've got multiple levels, but it can end at about 18,155. But right now, we would have to get above 17,188 for this to even have any kind of positive momentum. You can see we hit the uptrending support. We're unable to break the extension down. And we're now pushing back up here in the immediate short term. And this is all possible due to the Bank of Japan causing the U.S. dollar to crater as they are trying to take some control of their financial or their inflation problems, raising their yield curve by 25 basis points, which was unexpected. And now with Bitcoin, you can see this downtrending resistance. This is where we'll know if this is a fake out or something more. 16,937. So 16,940. Let's see if we can get over. That's what you're looking for right now. Just put down 16,940 on your piece of paper, as that's the most important number right now. XRP is at 3460. As we continue to state, we have not had this retest at 371, which is still concerning for me. Until we break down past this 32 cent mark, there's always this chance we can come back and retest this 371, which is what I'm looking for, assuming we can get past multiple levels. 371 is the main level, folks. But you've still got this level that was created now with this pattern formation to where you'll have to get past the 355 again. First 355, then 371 if you're going to continue to rally to the top side. But as you can see, we're still a whole cent off of 355. So we still have to break that. We've got this initial level that's in front of us as well at 348. So you got 348, 355, 371 to the top side. That's what we're looking at. First level of resistance is being met right now at the 348 mark. And initially we got what looks like to be, we ran out of steam in that 30-minute or 4-hour candle. So watch out for the 348 level now, as the 348 becomes very, very important. And you can see it on every single one of these charts how we're back testing it right now. Hit the support at 335. So we're between 335 support and the 348 pattern resistance right now, which was a symmetrical or ascending triangle, I suppose you could say. So that's what we're looking at. That's about as detailed as I can give you with XRP, Bitcoin, to show you what's going on. With XLM, you can see this is the rejection point as well. We've got to get back over 0773. Otherwise, we can continue to crater down to the 6.5 level. But 7.73 so far, we've gotten rejected, or the 7.7 level, we've gotten rejected once up there, actually twice. So we'll see what that has entail. And then the support down here, if you're either going to break 7.7 or fall below 7.1. So basically, your trading range is 7.1 to 7.7. And then with DGB, we're in between this channel and the support of 008 and the resistance of 0087. It's actually tighter than that channel I've created. So I've got a trading range that's tighter. If we fall below 0079, we'll come down to 0073. And if we break above 0087, our next level up would be 0092. And then we can refine that just a little bit on this chart. You see how we've just broken above this 00838. You continue that, and eventually you can continue way up here to the 947. Or if you break down, you continue eventually down to the 747. So we are within a very tight range. And I like to show all these charts so that you can look and get a very clear understanding. I do get in the comments quite often, Tom, why do you take so much time on the charts? And there's so many charts and it takes so long. I liked you better when you did shorter videos. Honestly, that's too damn bad, and I get such backhanded compliments. I put out a 20-something minute video with a ton of information yesterday about the chart potential, about what happens if it goes down or up, and each key level, as I've shown you this morning, the up key levels, because that's what we're doing right now. We're on a positive push up because of the Bank of Japan, so it's in my best interest to show you the nearest supports. So now with XRP resistances, because those can all confirm the move farther down. So with XRP being at 3457, I show you the nearest resistance of 348, 355, and 371. And then the closest below us is 335. So I show you those so you can understand and make an educated and informed decision based on today's pattern. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. I show that, but I show you the immediate pattern formation as well in a shorter time frame so that you can make the right decision. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure to hit that like button and consider joining the more than 15,200 members who have already subscribed to the channel by hitting that subscribe button. And also, go in the video description below, hit more, consider joining Tom's Army. As all you have to do is hit Join Tom's Army, click on XRP Future Millionaire. It'll bring you here, and then you can join the more than the members of Tom's Army. I would be very, very grateful. I would appreciate it. And because of the grateful members of Tom's Army, there's no more. I don't do paid advertising. I don't have any paid sponsors. I don't have any paid product placement or anything like that. And it's because of the special members of the Tom's Army who join here, and it's up to 12-month membership badges, that I don't have to do that. We have 214 members, and it's absolutely spectacular, and I cannot thank you enough. Hashtag the FUD stops here.